The landmine is a great exercise to start to restore some overhead shoulder motion. So if you're a person who can't get quite overhead, we can find some different angles with the landmine that will work within your usable range of motion so we can avoid any compensatory motion or aberrant movement that you might get trying to go overhead. So I like to set up in a split stance, but sometimes the 45-pound bars are a little bit too heavy for people starting out. So if that's the case, you actually start standing because the bar will be at a steeper angle and the press will be a little bit easier. However, if we can get to a half kneel starting out, I think it's the best. So we're going to set our hip, knee, and foot in a nice straight line. So this leg's not allowed to make a kickstand, and this back foot's not allowed to be wound around. It is also hip, knee, foot in a nice straight line, and we're going to spike the toes. We often use a little pillow under the knees or pad just to help cushion that. From the lower body, we're going to roll the hips under to get that pelvis neutral or flat. So if you've got a mirror available to you, you should see a belt band or a waistband on your pants that's flat and not angled down very aggressively. Second, we should have our ear, shoulder, hip, and knee all in a nice straight line. So I don't want to be going forward, I don't want to be dropping my head. Now for the upper body, the actual execution of the press, we're going to keep the elbow just a little bit in front of the body and slightly outside. The reason we do that is because if we come all the way down, we find that a lot of people go into an anterior tilt of the shoulder, and it's just not really an effective position for that to press. Second thing is, by creating a little bit of daylight, we can relax the lats and get a nice motion to reach. So it's not a straight up and down press. There's actually a very subtle arc to it. Okay? And that's going to allow that shoulder blade on the backside to rotate and reach. And at the top, we're going to get a nice little extra reach here to help kick on that serratus, pull the rib cage down, and give us some abs. So I like to follow that with an exhale, and then back down. We'll see over time people will drift here, they'll use this hand for stability, or they'll drop that opposite shoulder to crank that landmine up. If that's the case on any other reps, it's a little bit too heavy or you're a little bit too far past fatigue. Switching into a standing position, we can go in parallel, in reach. We can even go split stance where we've got maybe 6 or so inches between our feet. We can pull under. That is your landmine press. Of course, you can load it as much as you need to make the exercise challenging for you.